yeah, let's crack on. So welcome to another video. We just talked about the roll cage and about the engine, and now we're going to move on to the suspension. So we have the old nitron dampers here, which is an R1, which was revalved by a company in the UK and has different spring rates, which is fit to the E46 M3. However, since we have the nice new Öhlins suspension, we're getting rid of this, selling it. Today we're going to install the new Öhlins suspension. So now we're going to take the complete nitron out. I'm going to give it a clean to prep it for the pictures. And other than that, it's just nice to get the suspension bits off, give it all a clean, freshen it all up. And here we have the Öhlins suspension. Carl has put in his spring rates for the E46 M3, which is more set up for the Nordschleife. He also helped me put this together, but honestly it's super simple. The guys from Öhlins prepped it up really nicely. We have the Millway camber plates on top. This is the front damper. So yeah, and other than that, as mentioned in the unboxing video, actually if you want to get an in-depth look on the dampers and the functions of it and the differences on it to other suspensions, go look at my unboxing video, which I have put on Instagram. I hope that's fine. So yeah, let's get cracking. Let's put in the Öhlins. We're gonna talk about a little bit why and how and what. Obviously there's no point in doing an alignment with no engine or with the car not built together, because you need to do the alignment with the final weight. But Carl is gonna run us through that. And yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoy the video and we'll catch you later. So we have quickly moved the car outside here to the entrance area, looking a little bit sad with the suspension completely out, but before installing the new suspension I want to clean all of this up. So we're going to use some Felgenreiniger, wheel cleaner and a power washer and get all of this clean. Here we have the damper that Carl put together. Once again, I'm just reminded by the amazing build quality of Öhlins. So I'm very excited to get this in the car. We've already put it in on the left side, on the driver's side. Let's quickly show you guys how to put it into the right side. I'll just quickly get the bolts. Pretty straightforward. So basically what we've done, we've removed the old suspension. The tie rod is still loose here from the new steering rack. We detached the brake line, so now it's just super easy to get the damper in. So basically we're going to mount them from the bottom. And then the damper goes in like this. Put the 3 bolts in. Then we still need to put in the Uniball sway bar, the links to the sway bar. But I'm getting a new sway bar, so I'm going to leave those out for now. And then the front is in, and then that's pretty much it. So very exciting step, and yeah, let's crack on. mounts here for the damper, which is going to get mounted like this, and then the assembled damper right here. It's very light on the rear. Just quickly take a look under the car. So what we've done now is we've removed some surface rust, just to clean things up. I mean, ideally what I'd like to do was like sit down for 5 days, or rather lie under the car and remove all of the underbody coating, because it's like a 4 or 5 millimeter thick layer, which is there for rust protection, and you could save some weight, I don't know, like 10-15 kilos, but that's not the pure goal of this car, to make it as light as possible. But it also would be nice to just make it clean, because it is pretty dirty, and at some spots it has a little bit of rust, but I think that's something I'll do over winter. So for now we just cleaned it up with a flex and just brought it down to bare metal, and did some undercoat with anti-rust and some primer with anti-rust, and put some undercoat on top of that, so now it should be clean. Mount the damper to the car, but before we do that we're also gonna quickly mount these very nicely machined top mounts. I mean, honestly, these things are just pretty straightforward to assemble, but it is very helpful to be at Custom Racetec, and whenever there are questions, just ask them. So now the suspension, we took the old nitron in and we put the new one in. This is all happening over the course of a couple days, so this is why different shirt, different day, whatever. I'm not the quickest at wrenching, honestly, everybody's kind of laughing at me. But the Öhlins is in, that's the most important thing. I did most of it myself, I'm pretty proud of myself. On top of that, the Öhlins is super easy to build in, and the build quality is insane. Honestly, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I would kind of like to hang it on my wall, that's how nice it is. But super easy to build in, everything fits perfectly. And before we did actually put the suspension in, as I mentioned earlier, Carl put in some springs with the correct stiffness, which he assumes will be right, but this is not going to be the final stiffness, so we're going to talk about all of that stuff later when we're actually setting up the car with all the weight in the car. Right now there's no point setting the rider height, doing any alignment stuff, because I mean, look at the car. There's still several hundred kilos missing, most importantly the engine in the front. And we're going to align the car and set everything up once every last gram is in the car. Probably even with a driver just about, and half a full tank. That will be relatively at the end. But right now we put in the Öhlins, changed the spring rates. What else did we do? That's pretty much it. I feel like we did more because it took so long, but that was it. Big thanks again also to Custom Racetec for helping me put it in and providing me with that. And most importantly, thank you for Öhlins for helping us develop the suspension and partnering up with us to try and make what will be one of the nicest and fastest, hopefully, M3s on the ring. Yeah, we still are actually going to do a lot more to the suspension, because Custom Racetec doesn't just build in suspensions off the shelf. They actually also have a lot of suspension parts which they manufacture themselves to just get the most out of the car, and there's a lot you can do there. Right now a lot of it is stuck on the car, or a lot of it is just not the best quality, but that is going to be a later step. Probably once the car is pieced back together, then the car is going to go on the lift and we're going to do everything from underneath, and a lot of nice goodies and nice Custom Racetec parts are going to be going in, so that's going to be a very exciting episode. So yeah, anyways, it's coming along. I'm glad the suspension is in. We're definitely going to have a few more episodes just focusing on the suspension. Next will probably be something about the wiring harness or the brake lines or something like that. But either way, make sure to stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching, and if you liked it, leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.